This meeting is a meeting of the school board in public for the purpose of conducting the school corporation's business. It is not to be considered a public community meeting. There may be time for public participation as indicated by agenda item or as directed by the president. The meeting site is fully accessible. Any person requiring further accommodation should contact the superintendent at the school corporation central office. The meeting will be electronically recorded and will be kept on file in the superintendent's office. A copy of the audio recording will also be available on the NLCS website. The website address is www.nlcs.k12.in.us. Go ahead and call the meeting to order. Let the record reflect that all members are present except for Mr. Gerges, which could not attend tonight. I actually just seen the text. So. Go ahead and rise and uncover, say the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Review for approval minutes and executive session memorandum from April 21st, 2022, and executive session memorandum from May 5th, 2022. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Mr. Bennett makes the motion. Mr. Bailey seconds the motion. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same. Thank you. Up next, looks like we have a presentation.
So first, I would like to introduce myself. This is my first board meeting. My name is Arian Evans. I have been an employee of IU Health for 24 years now. I've been at RN for 20. I've been an employee now of the Career Center for 2 years. I'm an instructor of Health Science 2, which is CNA Prep. These are my students behind me. They have a presentation prepared for you this evening. Also in the portfolio on the right-hand side, I have a formal proposal for myself and also Stephen McNabb, who is our safety director at the Career Center. There is a project, a national project that is called Project Adam. And what it specifically pertains to is sudden cardiac arrest in high school students. I would like to apply to become a heart-safe high school. What this entails is mostly some emergency policies, preparedness, things like that. The good news is we already have all the equipment that we need. Everybody is trained appropriately. It's just more of policy and signage. So if you'll look at that, and then I'll follow up with you for approval to move forward with the policy writing. But right now, I have students that have a really great presentation for you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sydney Reha Wright. I'm an upcoming senior at BNO, and I'm currently enrolled in the health science class, and the next year I plan on doing work-based learning.
Hi, I'm Bella Byers, upcoming junior, currently enrolled in our health science courses at NLCC.
I'm Avery, and I'm an upcoming senior, and I'm currently enrolled in the health science courses at NLCC.
This is our logo. We had a teacher out at BNO help design it. It's the Career Center shield with a tiara and a sash. Our mission statement is the Miss NLCC pageant will showcase the many talents of female students attending the Career Center by providing an avenue unique to females in a traditionally male-dominated field. This program will encourage the community to support all students at NLCC. Miss NLCC and her court will serve as a spokesperson for several building and community events, improving interpersonal and communication skills.
So who is helping us? We have gathered many volunteers to help us get started and make sure everything runs smoothly. These volunteers have many years of experience. We also have full support from the NLCC staff and directors to help us along the way.
So for contestants to be eligible, for them to be eligible to run for the titles, they must have a GPA that is no lower than a 2.5, and they must be a junior or senior that is enrolled in a Career Center class in the first trimester this upcoming year.
There are 4 titles the contestants would be running for: Miss NLCC, First Runner-Up, Princess, and Miss Congeniality. Miss NLCC and First Runner-Up will be held by a senior.
The contestants will be judged on a 50-50 rule. The scoring will be divided up into 2 main categories: interviews and attire portion.
So for Division 1, it's the interview portion with a total of 50 points available, and contestants will be judged off of the ability to converse and their personality and poise during their 6-minute interview with a panel of 3 or 5 judges.
Division 2 is formal wear with a total of 20 points. The contestants will dress in a formal floor-length gown that is elegant and classy. In this division, contestants will be judged off the stage presence and overall impression. If a contestant has obstacles obtaining a formal gown due to financial barriers, the committee must be notified beforehand and effort will be made to assist the contestant.
Division 3 is professional wear with a total of 20 points available. During this portion of the pageant, contestants will dress in business attire and appear on stage in front of the judges. Contestants will be scored on posture and poise and overall impression.
Division 4 is Dress for Success with a total of 10 points available. The contestants will be dressed as the profession they plan to pursue and give a 1-minute speech about what they are wearing and why.
Contestants with the most totaled up points by the end of the pageant will be titled and crowned.
After the pageant, win or lose, contestants must show good sportsmanship and lift each other up. We plan to attend many school and outside of school events with the winning court to showcase and spotlight the North Lawrence Career Center. The court must be prepared to represent NLCC in public settings such as the Christmas and 4th of July Parade, NLCC Car Show with Starnable, Cinnamon Festival, etc.
So for funding, we have estimated the startup fund to be around $300, and once approved, we plan to start fundraising and looking for sponsors to help us get it up and running.
Thank you.
Questions? Tell me why, what started you on this path, that you decided to want to do this?
So we know B&L has Mr. B&L, and they have a young distinguished woman, but it's got higher requirements. So we wanted to do something that's for the Career Center and show what we can do and showcase our talents and all that.
What do you hope the objectives to be for this? What do you want to get from it?
To highlight the Career Center and get more people involved that are in Vietnam, because a lot of people don't really know what goes on at the Career Center, because a lot of people don't actually take as many classes as they could if they knew more about it.
I have personal thank you for coming and for the work that you're doing. I think it's awesome. So, and I know that's nerve-wracking. So good job. I think it's great, and I think kind of to Tracy's point about the objective, I think if you think about in your proposal also how you can, and maybe you can do this in the interview questions, but making sure that these students are able to talk about the things that they do that are different than what you may see at the distinguished young woman. But so I think getting some of that infused in there is going to be really important to meeting the objective that you have. But I think it's great, and thank you for doing this.
I will just echo what both of them said. I'm really glad to see you guys here. Whether you're presenting anything or just here, we enjoy that. We enjoy positive things, and especially when students are bringing those to the setting. So, great job, great job.
Who do you anticipate the judges being?
So we were thinking maybe some teachers from the Career Center, and then maybe someone that has ran a pageant before, or
You might also consider just some women who are in these fields in the community. That might be.
Get your teachers off the hook, don't they?
Please volunteer.
Of course. Okay. I would be happy to.
Anybody else else have any questions for the ladies?
Well done. Thank you guys.
Presentation.
Thank you guys for coming.
Board like entertain
I make a motion to accept and approve the Miss NLCC contest.
Mr. Bailey makes the motion, Mr. Bennett seconds the motion. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. Yeah.
You can feel free to go if you want to. Yeah, whatever's good for you.
I think they have dinner plans. We have celebration.
Enjoy.
Okay, moving on. Item E, persons to address the board relative to the agenda. Wish to make public comments on items relative to the agenda, please place the completed comment card on the podium prior to the start of the meeting. As a reminder, public comments, the board administration will not be answering questions. There's a 3-minute time limit. Have anything, David? Thank you. Moving on. Item F, curriculum. Mrs. Dayton.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just have for your approval the moving to the Blackboard notification system. Currently, we use School Messenger for math notifications. We would like to use Blackboard. This also integrates with our website. It's the platform our website is run from. In addition, they have a reach feature which allows two-way communication between parents and teachers. Right now in the elementary, we use Blooms. We've gotten feedback from teachers that they've had trouble with it, that it's been spotty, they've missed notifications. So we were able to actually get out of our contract with Blooms, and this addition is also significantly cheaper and would be available and accessible to the entire North Lawrence Community Schools, not just the elementary. So move forward with your approval of that. So this would replace School Reach. I mean, it would still do the same thing. One great feature is it allows principals to post to multiple platforms at one time. So they can post on Facebook, their website, send an email, all with one click instead of duplicating the work. So, but this would replace School Messenger and then replace Blooms.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Mr. Lombrick makes the motion in a second. Ms. Collier seconds the motion. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you. Item G, Ms. Switzak.
Thank you. I'd like to present the personnel consent agenda as listed for your approval. It includes the summer music program and B&L summer sports camps.
Make a motion to approve.
Mr. Bailey makes the motion in a second.
I'll second it.
Mr. Lombrick seconds the motion. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you.
Thank you, and I'd just like to point out some retirements. Carrie Holmes is retiring as B&L science teacher after 33 years. And under support, we have food service retirement by Denise Groh after 18 years. Cindy McCreary retiring as Lincoln Library Assistant after 21 years. Penny Perry retiring as NLCS bus driver after 27 years. And Don Lee retiring as NLCS bus driver after 11 years. He was a bus driver much longer than that, but NLCS bus driver for 11 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we need to look, I mean, it's, with COVID, it's been, I don't know, I forgot what we want to do, but we're reaching out to everyone as far as their data.
Got a list, right?
And I know, at a lot of the schools with the graduation ceremonies and the different award ceremonies, you know, the schools have, now that we've kind of opened back up, are kind of each of their respective schools.
Okay, moving on, item H.
First up, Mr. President, for the board, just request to approve claims for $3,713,530.83.
Entertain a motion to approve. Mr. Bennett makes the motion in a second.
Second.
Mr. Lundberg seconds the motion. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you.
Next up, provide you an agreement with 24/7 bus surveillance plan. It's just to update some of the software and all of our cameras, so it's just much more user-friendly when the building principals and transportation directors or myself, as we need to review that. And that's just an agreement for them to come in and look at that.
Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Mr. Lundberg makes the motion in a second.
Second.
Mr. Bailey seconds the motion. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same. Thank you.
Next up, we have an out-of-state field trip with FFA. They'll be going to Kings Island, and since it's out of state, we just ask for the board's approval.
Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Mr. Lundberg makes the motion in a second. Mr. Bennett seconds the motion. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same. Thank you.
And last up, just permission from the board to purchase 4 buses off of the state bid list. I know it's nothing that's going to happen quick, but I want to go ahead and seek approval. We've been told the earliest any buses are available at this time, even school buses have computer chips, is January of 2023. But to stay up with our plan of rotating, just request the board's permission to continue to explore that, see what would be the best option moving forward.
Motion to approve.
So moved.
Mr. Bennett makes the motion in a second.
Second.
Mr. Lundberg seconds the motion. Questions on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same. Thank you.
The only other thing I just want to share is just all of the hard work of all of the schools and principals, and with the awards programs, I've been able to be out at some of the schools this week, and at the high school, we had our special education graduation, which was an extra nice ceremony as well. So many of the schools, and just what, again, it was another challenging year, but as it comes together and the celebrations that they've had the last week, and everything that they've been able to provide the students, and just a big thank you to our teachers and everyone in our schools and the administration as well. And we will have our graduation January 3rd. June. Wrong J. We don't want to go back June. June 3rd, and it is scheduled to be outside, but we'll make a decision, and if needed, we'll make the adjustments and move that into the gym. But we will have graduation. If the sun is shining or if it's raining on a night like tonight, we'll be inside the gym. But we're looking forward to that as well. So, that's all I have.
Okay. Item I, persons to address the board.
I'm ready to address the board. A question. And there might be a reason it's not in here, I don't know, but.
If you go ahead for the record, if you'll state your name
I'm
and
sorry.
address.
Scott King, Berry Hill Road, Bedford. On item F and item H, there are approvals for systems and purchases, but there's no dollar amounts included. Is it possible to include that information in with the agenda so that this is a public meeting? I'd like to see the dollar amounts for anything that's.
It's on our
that's
board docs if you.
I know, but I'd like to see it in case I don't have access to internet. If it's being approved at the meeting, I don't know why we couldn't have the actual cost in the agenda for the meeting. I mean, you got it, you just read the 3 minutes like to just see it as part of the agenda in future meetings, so that at least the public will know what the ballot amounts are that were being approved at each meeting. Since this is the public session, I'd like to make that request. Thank you.
Anything else? Seeing none, upcoming meetings, be an executive session at 5:15 PM on Thursday, June 2nd, 2022 at the LCS Administration Building. There'll be an executive session at 5:15 PM and a regular session at 6:30 on Thursday, June 16th, 2022 at the LCS Administration Building. Are we switching those?
Yeah.
If we do, we'll make
post
the
it,
notes.
but I think there is a possibility as we continue.
Okay. Currently, that's, entertain a motion to adjourn. Got a motion and a second?
Second.
All in favor?